Yo guys, what is going on? It is your boy Nick from On The Foot Market. I have a brand new video for you guys all tonight, and it's going to be a good one. It's a late night video, and some of you guys are going to be seeing this late at night, maybe early in the morning tomorrow. Don't know exactly when you're going to be seeing this, but it's a video that needs to get out on the channel. Obviously, we have an amazing new team of the week, man. Like an absolutely fantastic team of the week to go look at today. And I'm really excited to bring you guys this video because finally, this is the first team of the week in a while that I've actually felt like there's a lot to talk about. Some of the team of the weeks recently have been lacking in almost me wanting to get on and tell you guys, invest, or I like this, I don't like that. This team of the week feels good. Personally, this team of the week feels good. And I think there's going to be some ways you guys can make coins with this team of the week. I want to just make this clear to you guys today. I'm going to be very careful with what I'm going to recommend with you guys as this team of the week. Let me just let this be said to you. I would not long-term invest in this team of the week. I'm not going to. You guys, last team of the week, I did not pick up one player long-term. I picked up like one or two discard informs. I will do a club stock during rewards tomorrow of all the discard informs, and I'll talk about those today. And I'll talk about some really, really good ones and reasons why I like them a lot. Today's going to be a deep analysis of looking at everything. But I wanted to say that because, look, right now, Black Friday is an event that's going to be coming up in the end of November. I don't want to talk about it much at all because I just think that the more I talk about it, the more panic I almost start, and I just don't want to do that because I don't think it's necessary yet. I just want you guys to have your coins this weekend. I want you guys to not panic and just to be safe and sound. It's not really looking like the way the market is going right now that we're really getting much of a crash. It's not really looking that way, but I do think it will come within a week or two. People will start to sell up, and content creators and videos will start to get out about the word of Black Friday, and that will get out, and people will start to panic. So I just think long-term, there's not an amazing outlook for you guys to hold anybody from this team of the week long-term to make coins. I don't think that's what we're doing. But what I wanted to tell you guys is that there are a few players in here that I would invest in long-term because they're very safe and they're going to follow similar trends to other players. There's also some players in this team of the week that I will tell you that are going to be very good to trade with this week and learning price trends and why they're going to be so good to trade with. So we're going to talk about that today. If you guys enjoy the video, drop a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below. I know we're not like even into the team of the week video yet, and this is already going to be a longer video because there's a lot to talk about with this team of the week. Just let me know in the comments down below. To you guys, who is your favorite? Like, who is your favorite? If you had one player in this team of the week, say I gave you 1 million coins, who would you buy? Who would you buy everything of? Who's the player that you would come back in a month and he would be worth more because you put 1 million into him and bought X amount of his informs? So let me know about that in the comments because I'm curious to hear from you guys, and you guys have been absolutely killing it in the comments down below. So let's start off with it as we do with every team of the week. I go from right to left. We go from the reserves to the subs, and then we move on to the starting 11. That way we cover everything. Nothing really significant over here that I wanted to talk about with any of these players. This is interesting to me because this should go to discard at some point. I don't know if he's going to 100% go there because he does have 5-star skill moves and he's got some hype. But I would say if Sancho goes to discard, that's going to be a good pickup because that's going to be a discard inform that people are going to want to try out, get in different squad builder challenges, like when people are playing against their friends. And that's going to be something that's going to be a card that goes up long term. And I also think that it's going to be another Bundesliga Player of the Month hype investment. I think that you're going to see a lot of these Bundesliga discard informs kind of follow similar trends as Premier League informs, where they're 10K in packs, 11K. And then out of packs, you guys are seeing them almost hit like 14, 15, 16,000 coins. So that's something that I'm seeing a lot with these kind of Bundesliga informs, and I've started to see. So I think he could fit under those kind of like parameters of that happening. Not 100%, but do think that that can happen. And then I think Gigi Zardes is a person that maybe you want to keep in your club for any kind of tournament we end up getting on MLS. Same with Davies. Davies is interesting because I think Davies is now going to Bayern. So I think that this inform is going to have a certain rarity at some point throughout the year. So I would pick up one of him and put him in your club because I think that's a card that he's not going to get. I believe, I'm not 100%, but I think that that is another one. It can't hurt to pick up two guys from the MLS. And then again, you do have English and Italian, even though they are 78 rated, which isn't the highest rated. You do have some good discard investment there. Not crazy about this guy, but I will tell you again, it's a Bundesliga discard inform, so people are going to invest in it. If you can get it for its min price at 10,000 coins, it's very, very, very safe. If you guys are new to Team of the Week investing, the way discard inform investing works, I show it all the time. We basically buy these informs that are in good nationalities, good leagues, or will rise for certain events / certain hype zones. And what that does is over time, they're not in packs, so they will grow in your club. They're like a stock. They're like a mutual fund. They will grow in your club as you play FIFA, and it'll be something you can look back on it and usually double, 4 weeks from where you bought it at, and sometimes almost sell it at double the price you bought it at. So it's something that is very safe, and discard investing is the best thing for me because I think that if you at any point need coins, you can always go discard it exactly what you bought it for. So that's why I really like those. Bellarabi's interesting to me. Bellarabi becomes a very competitive right wing in the Bundesliga, and this is something that I'm definitely looking into, and I think it's something that you guys have to look to. I really do think Bellarabi's got some big potential for me this year. I think Bellarabi's definitely going to be a player that, look, if he hits like 25, regardless, this card should be good to trade with. This is like arguably the best Bundesliga right wing now with, I guess Robin has his UCL card, and that's really it. So that's going to be right now positionally probably the number one for the Bundesliga right wing. So that's going to be something that I'm looking into. This guy, not really looking into much, not in a great nationality, not in a great league. Pozzo's very interesting to me. I think Pozzo this week might be a buy tomorrow before rewards. We'll have to see. I think Pozzo will do well out of packs, but I do think he's not investable as we move into a market almost depression in the next few weeks, potentially. Not saying it's going to happen, but definitely potentially want to be careful rather than doing crazy long-term investments. But I do like Pozzo. I like the idea of Pozzo. I think he's a decent pickup. I don't think you can go that wrong. I don't think you can go that wrong with going in with that. I think that he's going to rise a lot after weekend league rewards. That's just my genuine opinion. I feel like tomorrow he's going to rise a ton. This guy, again, is an 83 rated German Bundesliga inform, I believe. So that's got some things going for it. I think at 12K, if you bought 100 of this guy, it's no risk as you head into things. This guy I'm going to spend a little bit of time extra compared to other players today because he is so important to this video, and you have to understand why. This is ideally the best discard investment possible. Brazilian is the best nationality usually for discard links, and then he's playing in the League on. Last year, Hilton went, both of his informs, 82 and 84, out of packs within 2 months, went up to like 30 to 40,000 coins. If you're buying one thing this team of the week, you should buy this guy, and you should buy him at discard. 10,000 coins, don't pay more, don't pay 11, just buy him at 10K. That for me is going to be a great pickup for a lot of people this week. And again, I think a lot of people ask me like, hey Nick, about this discard inform, like when is the best time to buy these discard informs? I like to say it is during weekly rewards. I think during weekly rewards, it is an amazing time to buy because I think this is usually the time when top 100 players and players like that are packing the shittier informs in their rewards, and they're getting listed cheaper on the market. So I think that is always a really good time for you guys to make some good coins. And that's what I would consider doing. I would consider buying during weekly rewards. I think that's a pretty standard time for you guys to go and make some pretty good coinage. And then you've got Foster as well. So then, again, I love Hilton. I want you guys to understand I love this card a lot. When I tell you guys I love a card, I love it, all right? So go. Foster is another interesting one as well. I think for me, Foster's got the same thing going for it as any other Premier League inform has going for it. I think if you look at Premier League informs, in my Team of the Week investing video the other week, I had recommended... who did I recommend the other week? Mitrovic. So I had recommended the other week, I had recommended Mitrovic. And Mitrovic, I had recommended at the price of, I think it was 11,000 coins, and now he's up at 14. And then Duffy last week, we talked about 11. He's already at 14. And then you guys can see the next cheapest after that is 24K. So these Premier League informs do so well as investments over time, and that's something that you guys have to understand is that over time, these grow a lot faster than any other discard inform. So with Premier League informs, you're going to have to pay a little bit more. You're probably going to have to pay like 11 rather than 10, just because that's usually how it works. You're going to have to pay a little bit extra. So just keep that in mind as you are investing with those kind of guys. Casillas is crazy low already. He's already like 18, 19, 20K. And I always look at Liga NOS for potential future icon SBCs, any kind of SBCs like that. They always seem to like rise quicker out of packs, and they seem to go crazy. If you guys want to look at a card that I had recommended you guys to go crazy on the other week, it was Pablo Fornals. I think his name is Pablo Fornals. And Fornals right now on the FIFA market right now, if you look at Fornals, Fornals right now is 40,000 coins because he's an 84 rated with a good league and good nationality. So he does very well for chemistry and a lot of SBC solutions. So that's why, and I think Casillas is, yes, he's a goalie, it's not as good, but I think you have to understand, right? You've got a link to Felipe, who's a center back, who's got an 83 rated card. So you've got a lot of things going for this guy. I like Casillas this week. I think it's a good pickup, and I think that's another good SBC investment. We then look to Marquinhos. Marquinhos is right now about 90, 85. Look, I don't love Marquinhos to trade with this week at all. I think Thiago Silva is still better. I think it's got a good card. I think he's undersized. I don't think his work rates are great. And I just don't love the card enough. To me, that it's already 90K on the first day tells me that he does not have too much demand. So I'm not in love with it. I don't think a ton of people are going to be using Marquinhos. I think, yes, it's a good upgrade and it's a good card. I just don't know if he's ever had that ultra demand like some of the other players have had in the past. So that's my opinion on him. Diego Godin is very interesting for me. I do like Godin this week. I think he's actually got a phenomenal card. At 70 pace, he's got a good dynamic image. Medium-high work rate, 6'2", 90 defending, 85 physical. So I think for me, guys, that Godin has a very, very, very good card. I think he's got a very good card. Personally, this is how I feel. I think it's definitely a usable card. And I think what you have to keep in mind is that a lot of people have done that flashback one front. So a lot of people are going to be able to link him very easily into FIFA squads. So I think that's going to add to the value of Godin this week. I think you're going to actually see a lot of people getting in with Godin into their teams, and I think it's going to be somebody that you will see have a pretty good rise this year. I think, at least in this week, I think when we see weekly rewards hit the market, he will rise because he's so high rated and rare. Costas Manolas, for me, I like, but I don't love, and here's why. I would have loved him last year. Nainggolan not being with Roma anymore is really hurting this card as an investment. I know the card looks sick. It's also like the same exact card. It's almost like a carbon copy of the UCL card. So for me, I don't love it in that manner because I feel like it's not as investable if it's very similar to other cards, and that's something that I'm not crazy about. I'm not crazy that it's very similar to other cards. He's got another version that's like 120, and I know this one's got an image and it's pretty, but I don't love it. We've got 7 more players to discuss, and boy, are they all so good to talk about. Mane's arguably one of the best left mids in FIFA right now. His card is crazy. He's like 340 right now, which is very, very good. I'm saying for me, this is going to be a pretty decent pickup, hopefully, at some point this week. Hopefully, he does go low, and hopefully you can buy him at his low and just sell him during this team of the week when he bounces back up a little bit. Mane's very in demand, so expect him to fluctuate a lot this week. You're going to see him probably going between like 270 and 340 for most of the week. So just try to familiarize yourself with the price of him and try to be able to take advantage of him when he is at that 270 mark. He's got 87 finishing. He's got a plus two shooting boost compared to his UCL card. So he's got definitely a more usable card. 96 acceleration. He's got a 4-star, 93 sprint speed, 87 finishing. So the card can finish. Composure is at 80. He's got that 4-star weak foot, which is good this year compared to last. I think he had 3. So that's very good in going for Mane this year, which I do like. Let's talk about Nani really quickly. Nani, for me, is similar to Rui Patricio last year, if you guys remember that. He was an 85 rated from the League and SBC, and this is just something that this league, investing-wise, I don't know what it is about it, but it just seems to do so well every time that a League and SBC player, gets in. So I would say with Nani, if you can get him at 15, he's 5-star, 5-star. He's also got a very good card. Regardless of the fact that he would be an SBC fodder kind of guy, I'm trying to tell you guys investment-wise this week, I'm looking more at players for SBCs down the line in forms you guys can hold over time, and I think that's more where you guys have to have your heads at. But Nani, I definitely like, guys. I think it's something that you guys can very, very much rock out with as a longer-term investment. I think that's somebody that you do want to keep your eyes on SBC-wise this week. I think it is somebody that we have to look at. Pablo Sarabia is also another player. I think it's Sarabia. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but this guy reminds me of Pablo Fornals. I just showed you guys Pablo Fornals on the market. He's 40K right now because he's now rare, and he's in a lot of solutions for SBCs. This guy is literally, for me, like the direct copy of what that guy is. For me, this guy is exactly what you want in an SBC investment down the line, and I think you have to look at him in that manner and understand that, look, 84 Spanish Sevilla playing in a top 5 league, gonna link a lot of people, and especially center mid. I'm seeing that. Center mid right there for me is like very big. It's center mid and right mid, but when you see center mid, it's crazy. And that for me tells me that realistically, I really like him. I really like him. I do, guys. I really enjoy this card as an investment, and I think he's going to be really good. Suso is now arguably the best right mid in the Serie A, which is now a very popular league this year. So you should be looking at Suso this team of the week. I don't know investment-wise. Right now, he's like 70K. I don't know if I want to pay that price. I don't know if I want to pay that price personally. That seems pretty high to me, and I don't know right now if I want to pay that. It does look like a good card, but personally, guys, I don't know if I'm comfortable buying that card right now. So I don't know if I'm going to full-on recommend that to you guys. And then we move on to the strikers. We have Aspas, who's one of the best La Liga strikers. I never have had success with Aspas in the history of FIFA with investing. So personally, I'm not going to sit here and recommend it to you guys. I just don't think it's going to be worth your time. I'm not going to tell you guys that it is because I just don't think it's going to be. He's got 92 finishing. He's got a good card. The stuff going for it here, 85 composure. You definitely have some good pieces going on with this card. It's 3-star, 3-star, right? And that's not great. And he's also, I believe, 5'9". So you don't have a lot of good stuff going on there. So I'm going to pass on it. I wanted to take a second to tell you guys that Willian would have been the best investment in this team of the week if he was a right wing. The left wing right now in the Prem, you've got Mane in this team of the week. You had Martial last week. You've got Son with the UCL, Sane. The list goes on. Hazard player of the month. Too many options at left mid for me to tell you guys that I like Willian this week. But it had so much potential. And that's the thing that hurts the most, I think, about Willian is that it has so much potential, guys. If he was a right wing this week, this would have been me buying him before rewards tomorrow. I would have been going crazy on Willian, and I'm very disappointed, honestly. He did actually play left mid, so it's just indicative of what happened in real life. But I'm disappointed because for me, I would have made a lot of coins this week, probably buying Willian tomorrow before weekend league rewards, and it's unfortunate that he obviously is a left wing compared to a right mid. But what are you going to do? And then Suarez, for me, guys, Suarez worries me. Although he is 920 right now, guys, Suarez has the same exact card as his UCL. I pointed this out earlier on my stream, and I do stream over on Twitch if you guys want to ever come over and watch. We got crazy streams going on. Like, the problem for me with Suarez is that he's got the same card as his UCL. We looked at it. I had it in one of my concept squads. Like, he's got the same exact card, and that for me is just a problem. I looked at him and Manolas earlier, and like, if you look at, that's the problem with me and with Suarez and Manolas this week. If you guys check this out, look at this. 81 pace. There's only one difference here. He's got +1 defending and +1 passing. Like, that's not enough for people to pay an extra 200K. So I'll definitely be on the lookout with him and Manolas this team of the week to be careful. That's kind of what I'm recommending. Just make sure you guys are being careful and you're not doing anything crazy with those two guys, because I feel like for me, guys, personally, it's a little more risky because they do have the lower version, which Manolas is, his lower version is selling for a big discount compared to, his nude card. So, guys, get in the comments down below, man. Let me know who your guys' favorite team of the week investment is this week. I'm looking at a lot, and I'm definitely liking a lot of it. And I think it's a great week for SBC investors. I think it's a great week for you guys to stockpile some good 83 and 84 rated inform investments down the line. I think that that's something that you guys definitely can do this week, and I'm crazy about it. I really like that. Other than that, gameplay and overall wise, I would not touch much of the big boys this week unless you're doing like trading and flipping. That's probably my biggest piece of advice for you guys this week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. If you guys did, smash that thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in today, and I'll see you guys in videos soon. Peace out.